Kings 88.5.
Kings 88.5 FM.
We got the flavor.
One tear of everyone's existence on earth centers on information. Without information, you are dead. It is not an option, not a privilege, not an opportunity, but an obligation. We live in the war of information. It saturates us. There's nothing we can do about it, but live it out. Face it head on. Reason it out. And help our community, house, school, business, whatever, better. Thank you that you join us this afternoon for Kings Local Daily on Kings 88.5, your radio vendor. We bring you the major and sub-major headlines of the various newspapers. These are the papers we've got in today. Front page. The Independent. The Authoritative Heritage. In Profile Daily. The Liberian Investigator. The Women Voices. The News. Daily Observer. Oracle News Daily. The New Republic. Hot Pepper. Government-owned newspaper, New Liberia. We begin with the Front Page Africa newspaper. This is what the paper is reporting, front page. Death court ordered seizure of Majority Bloc Speaker Richard Coon's properties. Threatens arrest for non-compliance. Seizure or arrest. The lead story of Front Page Africa newspaper with this headline: Seizure or arrest. Death court ordered seizure of Majority Bloc Speaker Richard Coon's properties. Threatens arrest for non-compliance. Seizure or arrest. He's on the front page of Front Page. The man who claims to be the Speaker of the House of Representatives, who was installed by Joseph Yema Boakai through the doctrine of Juntaism. The back page of the paper: Bility refutes expulsion rumors of Cassell Co. Clarifies resignation. The paper, Front Page Africa, is out today for $40 Liberian. You want to get a copy from any one of the vendors, I recommend that you do, please. Next up on King's Local Daily, Liberia's most investigative newspaper, The Independent. Lead story, front page: Cars fueled. Cars fueled. EPS drags Boakai into firing lines. Cars fueled. EPS drags Boakai into firing lines. Fuel is spelled FEUID, and that is a word for misunderstanding, strife, confusion, split, misunderstanding, and on and on. So you can simply say force over card. What the EPS boss gave or the information minister was a blatant lie, and they put Boakai state or security in a damning, scaring position. These guys who surround Boakai, well, anyway, Marvin Cole said they put in pressure on the old man to give up the ghost so they would take up the presidency. Here's the lead story of Liberia's most investigative newspaper, The Independent. Cars fuel, EPS drags Boakai into firing lines. It carries the photographs of the stabilizer, the melting pot, the man on whom the peace of this country, the stability of this country rests. God first, his second, George Weah, his chief of office staff, Len Eugene Nangbe, and the EPS director, Sam Gay, who is together with the president himself. He's called from Wheelbarrow to Lexus 2025, Joseph Yeman Boakai. Yesterday, it was all condemning against Weah. Today, in Liberian terms, they say when you're not inside, you're not know. The back page of Liberia's most investigative newspaper, The Independent, government assures RIA passengers, airlines. That's according to the information minister, Jeremy Pia. You can make a difference. Lima Bowie urges her audience. China-Liberia Inc. Economic Technical Compact. The Independent newspaper is out for $50 Liberian dollars. You want to get a copy? Reasonable amount. Next up, the authoritative Heritage newspaper. Lister front page. Investigation links new suspect to December 18 arson attack. Investigation links new suspect to December 18 arson attack. He is Stephen Braw, the security officer with the legislative security attached to the speaker. So everybody who is attached or has a link to Fonati Kofa, you are part of the burning of the Capitol building. That is the government of Liberia, rescue government. Joseph Yeman Boakai claimed. This man is vindictive. He's going after CDC people, as well as his ministers. Investigation links new suspect to December 18 arson attack. Priscilla Cooper, who is from Unity Party, was on that list. Why she was removed so quick? Because she is a Unity Party person, strong supporter of Joseph Yeman Boakai. Once you are not a member of Unity Party and you have a link with CDC or George Weah or the speaker, Fonati Kofa, you are part of that fire building or Capitol building fire. That's where Liberia is right now. Sublead story of the authoritative Heritage newspaper. Senator Cyrus blames past lawmakers for Liberia's economic woes. Imagine that this new senator, Momo Cyrus, according to the paper, is blaming past lawmakers or former lawmakers for Liberia's economic woes. Ironically, they are sitting there, they become the worst legislature ever in the history of Liberia. They allow themselves to be used here and there, told, to and fro, bully, abuse, exploited, used. Then you blame it on your past colleagues. What a shame of the senator. Anyway, it's not a surprise. He is from Lofa County, Buaka County, the Lofa man. The back page of the authoritative heritage. Father arrested for attempting to sell 11-year-old son. Imagine that. That's what happened when you are in the reign of Nebuchadnezzar. The country has turned into Somaliland. Parents are not selling their children to survive. Here's the back lead story of the authoritative heritage newspaper. Father arrested for attempting to sell 11-year-old son. Enfield and Africa CDC spearhead landmark surveillance workshop. LAA risks assets seizure for failure to settle court judgment. And the last story, Carlo Ancelotti issues defined response to Hendrick over game time fears. The authoritative heritage newspaper is sold for $40 Liberian. Please get a copy and have an understanding of these intriguing stories. We move on to the In Profile Daily newspaper. Lead story front page of the In Profile Daily. Bunch of thieves. Government Minister Libet, we as officials. Bunch of thieves. Government Minister Libet, we as officials. He is Daniel Sando, Buaka Deputy Minister for Public Affairs. It carries the photographs of the man upon whom the peace and stability of this country rests. You go up, you count, and this is the reality. Even if you want to go and ask him, God will tell you at first, George, we are second. He's on the front page, alongside his chief of staff, Len Eugene Nangwe, former city mayor, Jefferson Koji, and the former Minister of Finance and Development Planning, Samuel Twe. They are on the front page. As Undefined broke down in tears that Stephen Bro, after being broadly kidnapped for several days, brought on the scene and then finds himself in court. Lawless ruins villages in Lower Nimba. Victim calls for justice. Bishop Samson receives historic welcome. The back page of the In Profile Daily. Prince Moses, alleged killer arrested. Transferred to San Quili for investigation. LNP exposes malicious misinformation campaign. INCH arrow on snail pace of government to WAEC. MOH launches SUD for substance abuse youth. Government bans AFA permanently. You want to get a copy of the In Profile newspaper? I recommend you do with this headline: Bunch of thieves. Government Minister Libet, we are officials. Bunch of thieves. Government Minister Libet, we as officials. He is Daniel Sando. Daniel Sando, Deputy Minister for Public Affairs in the reign of Nebuchadnezzar at the Ministry of Information. The paper is out for $40 Liberian. Please get a copy if you can. If you haven't, well, we have done it for you. The Liberian Investigator is next up on King's Local Daily, your radio vendor. Lead story of the Liberian Investigator. Marketers trapped in trash. Marketers trapped in trash. The lead story of the Liberian Investigative newspaper. Marketers trapped in trash. Marketers trapped in trash. Many. What the paper is reporting, you need to get a copy of it. The people are selling in debt, in done pie, everything done. Debt has taken over. Everywhere is dirty, stink, nasty. But they say they have rescued the city, turn it into a clean city, yet a dirty, stinking, nasty city. Here's the lead story of the Liberian investigative newspaper, Marketers Trapped in Trash. Please get a copy of this paper so that you get a full understanding of what the paper means by this headline, Marketers Trapped in Trash. The back page. INCWO's expulsion, clarification. Did Musa Bilete violate FIFA ban? Moravia Madness All-Star Kickball Tournament postponed. The Liberian investigator is out for $50 Liberian, reasonable amount. You want to get a copy from any one of the vendors wherever you are. If you are unable as per your location or what you are doing, we've done it for you. Your radio vendor, Kings 88.5, transmitting from Front Street, adjacent the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation. The Women Voices is next. And what's happened with the women voices? The image. What happened? I show this is printer's error. Yes. Lead story, front page. Liberian pageant model declared wanted as court issues arrest warrant for her in assault case. Liberian model, that's Liberian pageant model, declared wanted as court issues arrest warrant for her in assault case. This is the lady who slapped her friend, Miss Liberia. Many called for the crown to be taken away from her. For the Senate by-election in Nimba, Wonko Saw throws weight behind Edith Gongo. That's all they are known for. All of the things, all of the evils, the suppression, the killings, the alleged rape of girls in this country, and other assaults on women, you will never hear these people. But they are behind because Edith Gongo is contesting. They say they're throwing their weight behind her. Nonsense of women organizations in this place. Very partial. No reason why they can't get the 30% representation they want, because they are divided amongst themselves. They segregate. The back page of the Women Voices. Visually impaired woman provides life skills to young people. Mother stabs daughter for peanut in Kakata. Whoa! Ain't not easy in the reign of Nebuchadnezzar. Man attempted selling his son. Mother stabbed daughter for just peanut. That tells you the trend of the country. When you hear these things, it tells you of the damning, wanton frustration of people. One paper is reporting that the father attempted selling his 11-year-old son. The Women Voices newspaper is reporting mother stabbed her daughter for just peanut, what we call in Liberian term Grampy, in Kakata. This is why you are under obligation to get a copy. I say under obligation, it's not a choice. You must get a copy of the Women Voices newspaper if you haven't yet. Other stories? Another Capitol building arson suspect forwarded to court. Supreme Court reserves ruling in LPRC redundant employees case for the second time. Burkina Faso delegation visits Lofa to boost local textile industry. The Women Voices is out for $40 Liberian. Please get a copy. The news, the nation's news since 1989, one of the doyen newspapers on the newsstands in Liberia. Lead story. Who wins battle for Nimba top post? As Koga, Edith, others in uphill fight. Who wins battle for Nima top post as Koga, Edith, others in uphill fight? Samuel Koga, Edith Gongo, where Mark Blion, Garrison Yellow, George Gompu, Richie Tingbe. They are all in contention for this seat. Sub-lead story: no sugarcoating of RIA's darkness. Government takes full responsibility. That's according to the Information Minister, Jeremy Lepia. Thank you very much. This is what we expect, Mr. Minister. Oh, yes. This is when you have negligence, when you falter, admit. This is what we call leadership. Jeremy Lepia is right. Thank you very much, Mr. Minister. I appreciate you. I applaud you. Thank you. So you want to get a copy of the newspaper to get the full understanding of the sub-lead story. No sugarcoating of RIA's darkness. Government takes full responsibility. So you see now the Minister of Information, Jeremy Lepia, has made all of your shame. Shut your mouths. You people who were scapegoating and blame shifting, it happened in our government. It happened in Ellen government. This is the best minister, Jeremy Lepia. This is what we expect. The back lead story: human over human at Buchanan Prison. Check. You know easy, oh? Human over human at Buchanan Prison. That means the prison is overcrowded. MRU establishes 38 joint border security units. Says border security is key. LIS establishes employee suggestion medium. The news is out for $40 Liberian. You want to get a copy. Very quickly, as we wind down, we move on to the Daily Observer newspaper. Daily Observer is, if not the oldest, but one of the oldest newspapers on the newsstand, like the Inquirer, the News. And this paper is reputable, credible. You want to do business with them. Lead story of the Daily Observer newspaper. House summons police, IG over lawmakers' lawlessness. Cites disrespectful posture of officer who issue a traffic citation for an unregistered vehicle that belongs to a lawmaker. Embattled speaker. Anyway, I just have to say it because that's what the people are reporting. It's not my own thing. But I just don't like, you don't refer to the Speaker of the House of Representatives as embattled. Then you're calling Rachel Coons Speaker. What kind of country is this? What kind of media we have? Just for small money. I'm not referring to the Daily Observer. I'm just saying because I've seen it millions of times. Embattled Speaker Kofa defends legitimacy, says democracy must be upheld, not manipulated, is the sub-lead story. Liberia's financial system under review as PMF reform talks intensify in Buchanan. The back page, Ambassador Brown presents credentials to UNSG. That's the head of the United Nations, Antonio Guterres. 4 Liberian guests accepted as Yale Young African Scholars class of 2025, Grimson Institute announces. The Daily Observer, like every other newspaper or most of the papers, is out for $40 Liberian. Please get a copy. Okay, let's go. The Oracle News Daily reporting the truth to you. Iron ore, diamond, gold, rubber production booming. The back page, Rights Commission alarms over delays in war crimes tribunal rollout. If you've seen that report from the Independent National Commission on Human Rights, it is damning, very damning report. The government has to make amends. The New Republic, Liberia holds over US $2.58 billion. Finance Minister discloses. The back page, Liberia Airport Authority assets Order seized. The paper is out for 50 Liberian dollars. Be hot pepper. Lead story. Burkina Faso to boost Liberia's textile industry. Delegation visits Lofa County. Another suspect in Capitol building arson case forwarded to court. He's Stephen Braw because he's attached to the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Fonati Kofa. The back page, elementary students in Mersburg, Maserado County, drink unsafe water. Representative DJ Blue alarms. So appointed LEC acting deputy MD for technical services. Wakajoy appointed. One area here, you appointed all person today. Tomorrow he tell that person for that put another one. Day after tomorrow. JNB. The last but not the least, and then we are out on King's local daily for today. The government of Liberia newspaper, Unity Party newspaper, Joseph Yuma Boaka newspaper, called the New Liberia. One nation, one people, one destiny. Lead story, Liberia, China signed Technical Cooperation Act. The back page of the New Liberia newspaper. Rumors of plane landing predicament at RIA is fake. Only one terminal experienced brief power outage. Minister Pia this clarifies. He told the truth. Avoid scapegoating. That's how a minister behaves. We must applaud the Minister of Information, Jeremy Pia. That's leadership. You own up to your responsibility and not to shift blame. Thank you very much, Minister Jeremy Pia. Another thing the minister said, why people were saying 400,000 for Boaka bulletproof car, the minister said the car cost 1.5 million. So the government paid 1.5 million. Thank you, Mr. Minister. You are a very good minister, professional minister. That's the kind of minister we want. Thank you. Look at the reality and call a spade a spade. So all of you who are running around 400,000 with your so-called fast checker, the minister said the bulletproof car is 1.5 million. That's bulletproof. It's not an ordinary car. So you're going to be running around again fast check 400,000. Where in the world you have seen bulletproof car for 400,000? That's it. That's all the time we've got for Kings Local Daily on Kings 88.5. We're back tomorrow. Join us if you can. However, the news is on at 1 this afternoon. Join us, and at 3, Real Talk. And then at 6 p.m., King's Newsroom. And then the day closes. We face the issues with Teacher Light, Anthony at Law, A.B. Will. I'm Sam Andrews.